Where to buy a sea frog underwater video light? Well, that was a text I got, a question, and I'm looking for another sea frog light because I'm missing one here. And so I told him go to Neewer underwater dive light on Amazon. They sell all kinds of video lighting equipment for professional and amateur, whatever, you know. So anyway. The reason I'm needing a light is I've used these lights here to, I've gone as deep as 190 with them. And I've gone a number of dives to 140 and 160 and a lot, I don't know, maybe I got to 80 to 40 to 80 feet. So, I don't know, I've got maybe 35 dives with these lights. I don't keep a log. What am I going to do? 60 years of diving, a log that thick, it really aggravates me when I think of logs. So anyway, that's how much time I've used them, no problem. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe I want to go down to 200 with these lights. And I'm thinking, hey, you know, I've seen things implode in a test tank. Not very nice. And I'm thinking, well, at 200 feet, you know, 190 was not really that smart with these things. And I don't want to run into a problem at 200 feet with an implosion of one of these lights, and not a very nice thing, not a fun thing at 190. I've been there. It's not very much fun. So to have a distraction or a problem, let's put it that way. So anyway, I went out and I tested. I put this thing on a fishing line, dropped it down to about 200, 205, something like that, bobbing up and down. Brought it back up, it made it, okay. So then I wanted to think, I'm going to go 235, so I let it go. So somewhere between 205 and 235, all I got back was the mounting bracket. So anyway, that's how deep it goes. You know, so I've had no luck with I've had real success with these lights, using them. And also, like I said, I need another light. So I went to Neewer underwater video lights and ordered it. It was only about 2 or 3 days, and then it came. Here it is. It comes in a box just like this. That's a sea frog, it says on it. And it's just like the other lights I've ordered. Now, I'm not going to do an unpacking here and all that stuff, but I will tell you something, that it came with these batteries here in the box, in which they're okay, but they're not going to give you the full running time you want. Now, what I'm using is these flathead batteries right here. And I've got the part number on a video I did, the right batteries, maybe a year ago. And so basically they're 3,500 milliamps. And you don't buy a button head, buy a flathead. They got to be flathead because a button head won't fit. So if you're ordering them, if you're interested. Anyway, with these batteries, I get 45 minutes of full power without loss of any lumens because I've tested them. So if I'm going to make a dive deeper than 100, you know, deeper I go, the more light I need. I'll make that one dive and I'll have these things on full power. I'll get the full power out of them. Now if I'm going to go shallower, 40 to 80 or something like that, I get more light, I'm going to use them half power. And have half power with these batteries. I'll get 2 dives in with no problem, and I don't have to come up in the first dive and change batteries. I'm all wet by wet. Okay, so I get this thing in the, sends it to UPS, delivers it. So I get it, I put my batteries in, I flip it shut, and I snap it. Well, here's what I've noticed in these things on this one side right here. If I take a 24 thousandths feeler gauge, put it in there, it fits in there pretty snug. Well, on the other side, I put a 9 thousandths feeler gauge. That's all it'll take. It fits in there pretty snug. So when you first shut this thing, there's a difference in it. Now, what I've done, I've noticed this when I first got them, I just give it a slight squeeze, particularly on that side right there like that, or I can put it down on a table like that and press on it. And then if I try and go with the 9 thousandths feeler gauge, it don't make it on either side. I don't know, maybe it seats the O-ring in or something like that. And I noticed when I come up from a deep dive and I go unsnap them, this groove is really tight. There's hardly any space at all there. So that's something that I've been doing on my dives whenever I charge these things up. I take a charger out and I shut them, because sometimes I've noticed that when I shut them, the latch doesn't latch. So I always make sure the latch is good and it snaps good. And then I always give it a squeeze. And so maybe that's why I've had good luck with these things, because I've read in some of the reviews where someone, or on Amazon, someone said he had it leaked. So anyway, that maybe with that gap in there, the first 10 feet before there's pressure on it, you get a slight seepage in there. I don't know. But I've had good luck with them. That's what I've done. So that's just a little alert for you if you have them or you're going to buy them. So if you found that this interesting, informative, subscribe,